Hey kiddos, today we're going to learn about how to use the base 10 grid with division. So we're going to practice this with the same story problem. The story problem for today is Jason and his little brother have been collecting plastic toy dinosaurs for a couple of years. In all, they have 252 dinosaurs. Today, they decided to arrange their whole collection in columns of 12. How many columns were they able to make? So I want to look at that question. And I want to start by identifying the type of problem. Then I'm going to write an equation for the problem. And when I do that, I want to think about what are the divisors and what is the dividend. So let's take a look. The problem that I just read, I know this is division because they're taking a total of 252 dinosaurs and they're going to put them in groups. I heard that. I heard groups because I heard the word columns. And I know that they want to form groups of 12 in their columns. Now I go back and I think, okay, columns of 12. The of tells me that we're dividing the total into smaller pieces. So now I know my equation and I know my divisor and dividend. Let's take a look. My equation for this problem is 252. Now that 252 represents the dinosaurs, divided by 12. And the 12 is the amount of groups or columns that I'm dividing the dinosaurs into. We call the first number, that big number 252, we call that the dividend. That's the number being broken up into smaller pieces or smaller groups. And the second number, 12, well, we call that the divisor. It's the number that is divided. It tells us how many groups. And lastly, the thing we're looking for is the quotient. And a quotient is an answer to a division problem. Let's take a look at this question and try to solve it. So I've got my question. I know 252 dinosaurs needs to be split into 12 columns. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a ratio table. And I want to start with easy numbers, friendly numbers that I already know. Now, when I look at this division problem and I set it up as a ratio table, I'm actually seeing it as a multiplication problem. So when I draw my ratio table, it's going to look like this. My top number is how many groups of 12. 12 is that bottom number. So the first number says, well, I'm going to start with one group of 12. Then I'm going to double that because I know my whole goal is to try to get to 252. Well, I'm only at one group of 12. I am not close to 252. So I'm going to double that because doubling numbers is easy for me. So now I have two groups of 12. Well, two groups of 12 is 24. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 12 by 10 because I just remembered that 10 is an easy number. So what I'm going to do is I know 12 times 10 is 120. I can do that in my head because I know 1 times 12 is 12. And then I know I can add that extra 0 for 120 to make 10 groups. Well, I'm still not there yet, but let's look at this and think about it as a base 10 grid. Let's see what we have so far. Everything that I've done in this ratio table is represented here in the base 10. So I'm showing it as a picture as I'm doing it on the ratio table. Let's see, I've got one group of 12 here. I've got two groups of 12 here. A 2 by 12, that's 24. And then I've got a 12 by 10 over here, which is 120. Notice how each one of my base 10 goes along with the ratio table. Now, let's keep going because we still haven't solved the problem. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take that 10 and I am actually going to split that in half. So I'm going to take, instead of 10 groups that are 120, 10 groups of 12, 120, I'm going to split that in half. And I'm going to do 5 groups. Well, if I know 5 is half of 10, I also know that 60 is half of 120. Well, let's see. If I added 120 plus 60, that's still only 180. So I'm not quite there yet. Again, I'm going to remind you our goal is to get to 252. So I'm not there yet. What would happen if I took 10 and doubled it to 20? Well, 10 groups of 12 is 120, so if I double 10, I have 20 groups of 12, and I take 120 and double it, and I get 240. Now that I'm looking at my table, I think I can solve my problem. Let's see, I'm also representing, before we get the answer, I'm also representing everything that I write on that ratio table. I'm also representing that in a picture. 5 groups of 12 is 60. 20 groups of 12 is 240. Notice how we're adding pictures to go along with the ratio table. Okay, I think we are about ready to find the answer. Let's go back and look at that ratio table one more time. Are you seeing the answer? Are you noticing if we added up any of these numbers, could we get to 252? Just focus on the bottom numbers. We've got 12, 24, 120, 60, and 240. Could you pick a couple numbers to make 252? Let's look. Now, if I look at this in total, I notice that 240 plus 12 equals 252. Something you can do is in the figuring out box is you can write your answer. So notice how down below some work that I've done previously. I did 120 plus 120 and I got 240. Well, I know 120 is 10 groups of 12. I doubled that, so that's 20 groups of 12 plus one more group of 12 to get 252. We now have solved the problem. I know that 21 groups of 12 is 252. You did it.